What's up, YouTube? Today I got this 2013 Nissan Frontier with the V6 4.0 liter. I'm going to show you how to change the serpentine belt and this tensioner today. Anyways, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe so I can continue to make videos like this to make your life easier. Let's do this. Now the first thing we're going to do is take these little covers off the top. Going to be two 10mm bolts. Someone's replaced these before because that's not the factory bolts. They work. And just pull up on it on each corner without breaking it, of course. These bolts seat into these grommets right here. Just going to kind of set those bolts in there. Now let's take an 8mm and get this intake boot out of your way. And it's going to be another 10mm too. Let's go ahead and take that off. This cover overlaps that 10, so you can't get to it. There's usually two of them there. That one's missing. Yeah, these bolts right here are supposed to look similar to those with the washer built onto it, but it works. Oh man, dropping sockets already, y'all. I see it down there. Hey, gotta find my magnet here. There it is. Sorry, y'all, it's early. I just got here. First car of the morning. And they're waiting. Yeah, you messed the wrath of my magnet. Get on there. It's too early to be losing tools. Alright, now, this PCV hose, just leave it attached. Just kind of swing that out of your way. Alright, now, since this doesn't have a belt routing sticker on it, which most of your imports don't, a lot of your domestic vehicles will have a belt routing. We're going to draw our own routing here. So we're going to do power steering, PS, alternators below it, ALT, crankshaft pulley, CR, tensioner, TEN, fan, FAN, and then right below it is the AC. So we're going to go up. We got an idler up there too, IDL. It's going to go up, around the idler, down around the AC, around the crank, and around the fan.
Brake inspection, you want it, or you want me to give it to John?
Yeah, give it to John, since I got so much to do on this one.
Here's your refresh.
Thank you. Alright, now we got our belt routing. We'll trap that with a wrench. Got these fans on, don't want them to blow away. Alright, now let's get this belt out of our way. Just going to grab a 3/8 ratchet. You don't need a tensioner tool for this one. On the very top of this tensioner right here. Going counterclockwise. Get your belt out of here. This one does not wrap around the fan, so in case you're wondering. Alright, now we're going to take this tensioner bolt off. It looks like a 14mm. Grab my long mountain wrench here. counterclockwise, which is to your left. Not enough room in there with the fan in the way to put any electric tools down in there. So you'll need a low profile socket or ratchet. Yeah, that bolt's kind of tight all the way out. I don't think I'm going to be able to put my fingers down there the way it feels. I have to wrench it all the way out. Now I'm taking the tensioner and putting a little tension on it. So it makes the bolt easier to pull. And my ratchet not pre-spinning. That is a long bolt. Let's see if I can get my fingers on it now. It feels kind of loose. I don't want to trap myself with my wrench. Oh, huh. Almost. Let's see. Yeah, see. I came out too far. So, let me rinse it back in a little bit. Just enough to where I can get my wrench off. That's what happens whenever you go too far out and that bolt's that long, you're going to trap yourself. There. Alright. At least it's loose enough to where I can get my fingers down in there. Because I ain't getting nothing else on that bolt unless it's an open end wrench. And we know how fun that is. There we go. Alright. I am still waiting for the parts store to bring my parts. They don't open as early as we do, so whenever I get my parts, we'll resume with this video. See y'all in a few minutes. Alright y'all, I'm back with the tensioner and my belt. First thing you're going to do is compare your parts always. Grab your center bolt out of your old tensioner. Put that to the side. Some tensioners, they'll give you a new bolt, but this tensioner they didn't, so you're going to have to reuse your old bolt. Alright. Now this top holds the hole for your dowel pin, your guide pin. So swivel it up, stick it in that slot. Now we're going to thread this down by hand as far as we can before we put the wrench on it. Kind of a tight area, y'all. Alright, it's starting to get a little hard to turn now, so I'm guessing there's probably a little corrosion buildup in there. It's aluminum, so. Just make sure your dowel pin stays in that hole. Just keep on wrenching until your arm falls off. Almost. Alright, now once it starts bottoming out, snug it down, nothing too crazy. You gotta be careful because where you're bolting it into, that bracket right there is aluminum. You'll pull the threads right out of there if you get crazy with the tightening. Now the first thing I always do when I get a new belt, before you go spending all that time routing it, take one of your belts, put it down your foot right here. Take your old belt. See how many times I went through all the trouble of routing the belt and it turned out to be too long or too short. I remember we drew a diagram here, so alright, we're going to go trap that from moving. We'll go around the AC down here. Alright, it goes around the crank pulley. The AC, the crank. Passes around the back of the crank. Goes around the fan. Trying to stay on the pulleys. It's easier said than done. The best thing to do is pull up all your slack and get it on those bottom pulleys. My favorite thing to do is serp belts. Knots. Alright, goes around. Alright, now we're going to go around the fan the other way here on the tensioner. Stop. Now to the alternator. Trying to keep tension on the belt with my fingers. On the power steering. Of course, it slipped off the AC. Alright. Now we're on everything, so get my little 3/8 ratchet here. I got stuff everywhere, y'all. To your left, which is counterclockwise. Tension as far as you can go. Slip that belt over that idler pulley. Before you take the tension off here, make sure everything's on their grooves properly. You can let off. Just like that. Alright. Papers out of my way here. Okay. There's my other ratchet. Don't need that. Done with that. So, let's put our boot back on. Don't want to start it up with this boot off because you'll set up. It probably won't even run actually. It'll stall out because the mass airflow sensor is going to freak out. Put that bolt back in. Remember, I only had one, so. Go ahead and tighten these clamps before I tighten that bolt. There's a little arrow right there. It's lined up with that notch. Alright. Now we can grab our tin. not least, just bump it with your fist on each corner. Okay, get in there and fire up. Make sure everything's riding straight, which it should. Y'all, that's how you do it. Anyways, I hope this video has been informative. Y'all please check like down below. Y'all have a good day and a good weekend. Peace out, YouTube. Subscribe.